Go! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the greatest show. It's me, Dustin Smith. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hell yeah. Got a new design up in my game, folks. What you think about this? So, let me explain to you guys why I've been working so hard to change the design on the site. So, here's what's been happening. Somebody pointed out during the last show, I guess it only happens when you're doing the playback. But someone posted to me every time they saw an ad on my show. And the last show, it was literally every 5 minutes they were putting ads on my show. And I went and looked, and it told me that my video was ineligible for ads. So I was making 0% of the money, and they're putting ads on my video every 5 minutes. So what it is like, when I play a video, and last show this happened, at the very beginning of the video, Sarah McLachlan came on. In the arms of the age. I immediately turned it off. I was like, no, they're going to copyright me. It didn't play 2 seconds. Doesn't matter. They put a copyright notice on my video, and so they played 20 fucking ads, and they sent the money to Sarah McLachlan instead of me for 1 second of audio. So it sucks. They probably stolen tens of thousands of dollars. And I knew they were doing this, but I just kind of let it go because I figure it's worth it to leave that in there, because what I discovered is this. Now, I can make it not happen. I can make ads not appear like that. But to do it, what I have to do is I have to go through and trim out every single thing they copyright. And so when you do that, what happens is they remove the side chat. You guys know how on the side over here, when you're watching my video, there's a little side chat thing? Well, it removes that if you edit your video at all. And that's like half the fun of the show. Even if you're watching the replay, you want to read along with what people are saying in the chat, right? And so I just allow them to take my money in order to leave the chat alone. Well, I don't want my videos to have commercials on them every 5 minutes. That goes against the whole spirit of the show. I want you to feel like you're shot out of a cannon at 200 miles an hour for 2 hours. I don't want it like cut up by ads every 5 minutes. That ruins it. So this is why I decided to go with a new format. I'm putting the chat inside the video itself. So basically the chat is going to be gone on the side. When you're watching the replay, there's not going to be a chat on the side, but the chat is going to be on the screen the whole time. So we're not going to need it anymore. So hopefully this will lead to no more commercials. I don't know. We're going to try it out and see what happens. But be sure to reward me for it, folks. Be sure to super chat me. Like one of the shows, the super chats. All questions answered on the super chats. Nothing dodged. So please do it early and often. Super chat me. The more you super chat, the more I take your questions seriously so you can buy my love. I'd appreciate it. Not going to make any money off the commercials, so if you like that, then let me know about it. I would definitely appreciate it. Hell to the yeah. It's supposed to be popping up super chats on the screen when people super chat, and it's not working, so I'll figure it out, folks. It's going to take me a little while to work the kinks out in this new format, but we're going to get there. Hell yeah, and I like it. Looks pretty good. We got the camera moved to different spots right in front of me now, so no more floating cats in the background, unfortunately, but the cats are sitting next to me. I'll pick them up. I'll pet them for you guys. We'll make it happen. I promise. So, hell yeah. And all right, let's go ahead and kick the show off, folks. It's not going to be a super long show tonight because I've been working my ass off today on this new format. Been trying to get it all set up and done a pretty good job. So let's go ahead and kick the show off with the first section. A little bit of thing I like to call Shing! And first up on tonight's Woke Panic, New thing they're freaking out over is apparently Megan Fox's boys. Now, I'm guessing one of these kids must be trans, and the other two are just long-haired kids, right? This is a long-haired kid wearing a Led Zeppelin shirt, long-haired kid, and so the panic is, oh my God, Megan Fox's kids look like they're girls. Megan has 3 sons that all dress like girls. I'm sure it's just a coincidence. First off, mind your fucking business. What business is it of yours? And then secondly, why are we transvestigating children now? You fucking weird, creepy dipshits. Like, holy fuck. Leave the fucking kids alone. It kind of reminds me of my favorite trans band, Hanson. Remember Hanson back in the day? So cute. So cute. Clearly they're trans because you can't have long hair as a boy unless you're trans. And I'm just glad these people weren't around when I was a little kid. Here's a real life picture of me and my brother. Here's me about, 1-year-old, 2-year-old, I don't know, looking like a good little girl. And I turned out okay, folks. I am not trans at all. Pretty comfortable in my masculinity, so starting to think it doesn't have anything to do with how long your hair is when you're a baby. That's just me. And then I put that in the Beyond Parody section, I thought. I might have this on here twice. I don't want to cover it twice. Yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and cover it. So they're coming for the fish now, folks. That's how obsessed these brain dead people are. Their brains are completely fucking broken. These zombies can't think about anything else except for transness all the fucking time. So to honor Pride Month, the British Library posted about a fish that can change its sex. If there's one thing a certain subject British people loves, it's getting big mad about completely innocuous mentions of anything having to do with gender. For example, today, hundreds of transphobes got their knickers in a twist over a Twitter thread about a literal species of fish, to the point where the British Library deleted the entire thread. The thread goes on to explain, basically, there's a certain fish that changes its sex, right? It's a real life thing. It's just science. On Tuesday, in honor of Pride Month, the British Library shared a thread about the Mari race, I know I'm butchering that name, writing that the fish's wondrous forehead isn't the most magnificent thing about it. They are protogynous hermaphrodites, which means the females can later change sex to become males, the tweet reads. The thread goes on to explain the Mari race takes 5 to 7 years to become sexually mature and can change from female to super males around their 9th birthday. This means they develop an even more prominent hump, an even brighter color, blue and green. Admittedly, it took me 23 years to transition from female to super male, but I must say deeply relatable, which makes them super attractive to females, the museum wrote. Ooh la la. The thread notes a number of examples of variation in different fish species, including the clownfish, are all born male and mature into females. It's pretty obvious that the library made this a Pride Month thread to celebrate the fact that biological sex is a beautiful, varied thing across species, and that static dimorphic sex binary is not actually a default or natural state. In fact, that's not even true of humans, but the library got ratioed by transphobe. One person, totally missing the point, replied, "Are you saying gay men are actually women because fish? Question mark." Another person wrote, "Pride Month is also a celebration of hermaphroditic fish." And you know what? We'll claim that. So they took it down. They caved to the pressure, folks. They're coming after fucking fish now. Good God, these people need hobbies. But like I said, brain broke. And I told you in the last show, big new thing they're all upset about is that Gwen Stacy on the new Spider-Man movie might be trans.
And a little bitty Shapiro, he can't have it, folks. He can't believe that people think Gwen Stacy on Spider-Man might be trans. Let's listen to him whine about it.
Here is the new idiotic attempt to hijack characters. So, the movie does include usual left-wing propagandistic sort of imagery. The biggest piece of propagandistic imagery is Gwen Stacy, who is Spider-Woman in an alternate universe, has above her door a giant flag that says "Protect Trans Kids." So she's obviously at the very least a left winger, right? Protect trans kids. That Protect Trans Kids flag is only in the trailer. You know why that is, by the way? The reason why that is because they want international distribution, and you know where they're not super big on that kind of stuff? China. And then her dad's jacket at one point in the film also has a trans flag on it. He's a cop, and he has a trans flag on it. Also, her color scheme is hot pink and blue. So this has driven a huge number of people on the Twitters and in the gay press to suggest that actually Gwen Stacy is a dude. Gwen Stacy is actually not a female. She's not Spider-Woman. She's Spider-Trans woman.
Right.
Because of the color scheme. Now, back in 2014, when this character was first introduced in the comics, my understanding is this was the color scheme that was used in the original comics also.
Probably.
So that is just not true. Also,
okay, who cares?
It would be kind of a weird moment when Miles Morales finds something he didn't expect to find if they end up getting together. That'll be kind of awkward.
Oh, no.
But
horrible.
The attempt to hijack children's characters and then propagandize
I'm sure he would sense it with his spotty sense anyway there, Ben Shapiro, so it'd be fine.
Them into completely different characters. Like, it makes kind of a difference whether Gwen Stacy is a boy who thinks he is a girl. That makes kind of a difference to the story. Does it not? But apparently the entire trans community has now latched onto this sort of stuff in the same way that the gay community spent years claiming that Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street were like, why do you got, why? Just, there are lots of gay characters all over the place, okay? There's no shortage of gay characters in film and TV.
True story.
And this character,
Bert and Ernie are two of them,
is canonically pro-trans. So why do you need to do that? And the answer is because seizing popular properties and then pretending they're a thing they're not is part of mainstreaming the idea.
Right, exactly. You got it, Ben Shapiro. We're just trying to mainstream the idea. We're trying to normalize transgenderism. So transgender kids don't get bullied. They don't feel out of place in society, so they get representation, so they don't commit suicide in droves. Exactly. How horrible of us to want to protect trans kids and make them feel included, right? We're so evil.
Got us figured out there a little bit, Shapiro.
And then, on the trans panic. Broken brains, folks. All they can think of is what they're going to boycott next. They're so miserable. This movement not making conservatives any happier. Here's what they're showing on the #1 cable news network in America, for those of you in other countries.
It's dangerous, and Steve, I'll tell you, I'm like a lot of Americans. Love to shop at Target. I mean, we do, but we just can't anymore. And while the rest of the country is worried about, having fun and going out and shopping and enjoying a store, that store is fundamentally tearing down this country. And we have to have real conversations about how serious we are about protecting our freedom.
You're not
sure,
serious.
Absolutely. Target's having a bad month. Just saying.
They are.
So, Governor, you're there in South.
Well deserved.
Fucking governor, goddammit. This is the type of people that conservatives are electing to run their states. They're bitching about fucking Target. God damn it. And this is what they're like, folks. This post very accurately describes them. Could you pass the butter knife? You mean butter that only biological females can make? You mean like a knife they use to mutilate young autistic girls' healthy breasts? It's like, what the fuck? Every subject has to be brought back to trends now. They literally can't think of anything else. This is their entire mentality. Talking about living rent-free in your head. Good God, conservatives. I don't think this is a winning political strategy, but we'll see. And all right, that is my woke panic for this week. What you guys got to say? Dirty Sexy Post. Got your chat up. Reading all about it. Also, I think we are multi-streaming over there to the Twitch. How you going? How you doing, Twitch people? Haven't done a Twitch stream in a long time, so we're trying to get everything up and running again. I was locked out of Twitch for a couple months because I didn't have access to my old phone number anymore. I had to figure that shit out. But now we're getting it rolling again. Hell yeah. Beyond parody. It is beyond parody all the time with these people. What the actual fuck? Drink a Bud Light now. Maybe later. I don't need the calories. I'm trying to watch my figure. Ben is an idiot.
Yes, he is totally an idiot.
Cool. Twitch. Hell yeah. What up, Twitch folks? I'm going to be huge on Twitch. We're going to build it up. And move right along, folks. Let's do some Chud Watch, shall we? Hell yeah. Chud Watch. talking about Chud Watch. We talk about Chud, and then we make fun of them. Woo! And tonight on the Chud Watch, gonna start it out with some Brett Favre. What a fucking moron. So he out there talking to Coke Jr. and the guy that wrote his biography, Jeff Pearlman, would like us to know, I wrote Brett Favre's biography. True story, he did. Gunslinger, I can say with 100% certainty that this man is an idiot. Yes, he is. Fucking meathead. Guessing he has some CTE. Not the brightest, not the best. Let's have a listen.
If you're watching the news, depending on who you're watching, which 99.9% of the news is left.
No, 99.9% of the news is not left. Holy shit. So first off, you have talk radio. 100 million listeners every week. 95% of it right wing. Number one cable news network in the world, Fox News. Right wing. Twitter. One of the leading sources of information and news on our planet. Owned by Elon Musk. 100% right wing. Pushing right wing talking points all the time. YouTube. Dominated by right wingers. Facebook. Every single day. 9 out of the 10 most interacted posts. Right wing. The fuck you talking about, Brett Favre? God damn it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So there's a huge agenda, and they control the narrative.
Yeah, you're right. There's a huge agenda, and you guys do control the narrative. It is sad. It is so hard to fight back. Man.
The best way to squash that is don't watch it. Don't listen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just shut yourself off. Put yourself in an echo chamber. Is that what you guys used to accuse the left of?
Have you ever thought about running for office yourself?
No, absolutely not.
No, I don't have to run for office. I can just talk governors into give me millions of dollars of welfare money. Like the piece of trash I am. And then, over in Florida, things not going that great for Ron DeSantis. The GOP is terrified because they decided to do political theater and try to scare away immigrants from coming to Florida. But it turns out they actually need immigrants. Hey, I got a thing. It did it. It did it. I guess it only works on Twitch. But anyway, they need all the immigrants. Food rotting in the fields. The GOP in Florida are now pleading for immigrants not to leave. Food is rotting on their own farms, so now they're begging for them to stay, saying the immigration bill is only to scare people. Mission accomplished. Yeah, they write this draconian bill. And now they're going out there literally having town meetings, begging the immigrant population not to flee, saying, hey, we're not actually going to enforce this law we just voted in. We just need to scare away people. Florida Republicans who voted to pass the state's imminent anti-immigration law are trying to curb a potentially disastrous mass exodus of undocumented residents by touting the legislation's many loopholes. Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Hey, we're not serious. We're just full of shit. We just passed this as political theater. Don't run away. Among the legislation's many provisions is a new mandate for all businesses within 25 or more employees to run new hires through E-Verify, a database that tracks whether individuals are legally able to work in the U.S. It also limits social services for undocumented immigrants, allocates millions for more tax dollars to expand DeSantis' migrant relocation program. That's where they fly people to other states, which he's probably going to get taken to court for kidnapping over, and requires hospitals that get Medicaid dollars to ask for a patient's immigration status. Another provision makes it a human smuggling felony to transport an immigrant who has not been inspected by authorities into Florida. The latter is striking deep fear among mixed status families who may travel across state lines together. But by delving into the bill's details in public forums, Roth said he hopes to persuade long-term immigrants who already have jobs not to flee the state because the law is not as bad as you heard, but it is. They're trying to lie to them and saying it will be enforced, but it will. And here they are, begging them not to leave. Conservatives having town meetings telling the immigrants, don't worry, we're not actually going to enforce the laws that we passed. Let's listen to this bullshit.
This bill is 100% supposed to scare you.
Well, then why the fuck did you pass it? If it's not meant to be enforced, then why are you posting bills to terrorize people's minds? What the fuck? This is not a good excuse, Republicans.
Este proyecto de ley 100% tiene el propósito de darles miedo.
I'm a farmer, and the farmers are mad as hell.
Yo soy un agricultor y los agricultores están bien bravos.
We are losing employees. They're already starting to move.
Yeah, well, maybe you should have passed the fucking law, you goddamn idiot. Maybe you shouldn't have supported all these Republicans passing this stupid bullshit. You think? Get what you fucking deserve a little bit, farmers.
To Georgia and other states.
Estamos perdiendo empleados y se están mudando a otros estados como Georgia.
It's urgent that you talk to all your people and convince them that you have resources, state representatives, and other people that can explain the bill to you.
Es urgente que ustedes hablen con sus personas.
Desperation, folks.
Representantes estatales que pueden explicarles este proyecto de ley.
We had the best president in my life in the last 30 years, and I'm still supporting Donald Trump. I love my governor. He's the greatest governor. He's the greatest governor.
Yeah, greatest president, greatest governor, but people are fleeing our state. We're trying to beg you not to leave, but hey, everything's going great. We have the best people. Why did it stop? Maybe that was, I guess that was it. Yeah, that was it. And then they had their Latina representative, Alina Garcia, who was also a Republican, got up there, but unfortunately, she's not prepared. She didn't come prepared because why would she? And going to lie again and just claim the bill was meant to scare people. They're not actually going to enforce it, but it does have teeth. They are going to enforce it. You people should flee.
No sabía que iba a tener que hablar. Pensaba que iba a contestar preguntas y que iba a hablar nada más que Rick Ross, que ha hecho un gran trabajo, nuestro representante catalán. I didn't really know that I was supposed to speak. I thought that Rick was going to speak, our state representative, and I was just going to answer questions. So I really didn't prepare anything. But I agree with everything that Representative Roth said. This is a bill basically to scare people from coming to the state of Florida. And I think that it's done its purpose.
Yeah, it's done its purpose. So please don't leave. Yeah, get fucked. We were just trying to terrorize people. Oopsies.
Este proyecto de ley es un proyecto para meterle miedo a las personas que no vengan al estado de la Florida.
Anyway, garbage. Leave Florida immediately. Let the food rot. Let the prices skyrocket. Let Florida burn to the fucking ground, metaphorically. And yeah, DeSantis approval rating collapsing. You guys voted him in office like, what, 50 points or some shit? But now look what you got. Here's the blue line. His favorable rating dropping to 36%. Unfavorable rating skyrocketing at 55% and good. Maybe Floridians are starting to wake up, but a little, too late. And then he gone, folks. So you guys remember me telling you about the new CEO, Chris Licht of CNN? He's working for another douchebag who is a Trump supporter. So they want CNN to become more like Fox News. They think Fox News is fair and balanced. So they asked the guy, this was a couple months back, I guess it was the fall of 2022, how are we going to cover Trump, he says. That's not something I stay up at night thinking about, Chris Licht told me. It's very simple. Yeah, it's so simple. It goes on to say, the media has absolutely, I believe, learned its lesson. Yeah, haven't they? We've learned our lesson about Trump. We wouldn't make the same mistakes we did last time by giving him hundreds of millions of dollars of free advertisement, letting him say whatever he wants to say on our network. We would never let him do that again. Blink, 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 blink. Sensing my surprise, he grinned. I really do. I think they know that he's playing them, at least the people in my organization. We've had discussions about this. We know that we're getting played, so we're going to resist it. Yeah, We're going to do so much better this time and resist it. So the next thing you know, they let Trump on the program with a girl who was ill-suited to combat his fire hose of lies. Let him spew all kinds of bullshit for 2 hours. And then the next thing you know, CNN is losing in the ratings to Newsmax. Nosedive. Never been worse over there. So then the next thing you know.
We have news now to report involving our own network. News to us here at CNN and you at home. CNN's chairman and CEO Chris Licht is leaving the network. Licht took over the network a little over a year ago. David Zaslav, the chairman of CNN's parent company, Warner Brothers Discovery, he just made the announcement at the network editorial meeting. For now, a leadership team will take Licht's place, led by Amy Entelis, who's the executive vice president of talent and content development, along with Virginia Mosley, the EVP of editorial, Eric Sherling, our programming EVP.
So anyway, a lot of people are thinking they did this on purpose, though. A lot of people think, hey, mission accomplished. He did exactly what they put him in there for. They're trying to destroy left-wing media. Any source of left-wing news. They're panicking because they realize they don't have the votes anymore, folks. They used to be able to rule us by minority. Because of our slave-era system, the Electoral College, they can get less votes and still win. But now they're getting so many less votes that they don't have a path to victory anymore. So they're desperate and trying to destroy left-wing media everywhere they can. So Elon went and bought up Twitter. Doesn't even care that he's lost $30 million. Doesn't even care that it could go bankrupt. As long as left-wingers can't use it to push progressive ideology anymore. Same with CNN. They're putting these douchebags in there to destroy the channel on purpose. It's exactly the opposite of what Brett Favre told us. Right-wing media is taking over this fucking country. Fascists ruling us by using their billions to buy up our news programs. So, it's desperate times, folks. Desperate times. It's getting scary as shit. Which reminds me, please support the show, folks. Get your super chats in. Please help out if you can. They're low. I mean, my money has gone down when I started doing 3 shows a week. I don't know. Like, I hate begging for money, but I don't know what I'm going to do. If I can't make a living doing this, I have to go back to 2 shows. So help out, folks. Fucking help out, please. I don't know. I'm one of the only fucking people on the goddamn planet doing this. Please fucking support it. And then on Chud Watch, Chris Christie running for president again, folks. And goddamn, this person's such a fucking embarrassment. All he did was cuck to Trump while Trump was in office. Dude, literally, after Trump humiliated him over and over and over again, still went and did debate prep for Trump. Got COVID as a man with incredibly morbid obesity. Stood there with plague rat Trump trying to drill him on debate questions. Got COVID, could have fucking died. Still licked his booty. Still sucked his nuts. But now he's trying to break bad, I guess. Pretend like he's against Trump now. He's had a few good lines, mostly bullshit. But I do like that he's saying this. I do like that he's getting in front of Republican voters saying stuff like this, calling out Ivanka and Jared for the fact that they're obviously shameless grifters. A little... too little, too late. You should have been doing this while they were in the fucking White House. But I guess better late than never.
So let me tell you something, everybody. The grift from this family is breathtaking.
Yeah, no shit, dude.
It's breathtaking. Jared Kushner and Ivanka Kushner walk out of the White House and months later get $2 billion from the Saudis.
Yep.
$2 billion from the Saudis.
From the Saudis.
You think it's because he's some kind of investing genius?
No, I don't.
Or do you think it's because he was sitting next to the President of the United States for 4 years doing favors for the Saudis?
Obviously.
That's your money. That's your money he stole. And gave it to his family. You know what that makes us? A banana republic. That's what it makes us. So, he may get 30% again. I'm not sure. Maybe he'll get more. Maybe he'll get less. But let me tell you what he'll know in 2024 that he had no idea of in 2016. He's in for a fight to get it. Let me tell you something, everybody.
So,
the grift.
Yeah, I wish you would have said that earlier. And for some reason, the chat is not updating over here. Why is the chat not updating? I don't understand. Oh, I just got to donate to the Super Chat. It popped up. Fat Dusty, look at that. Fat Dusty eating the money. It did it. It worked. Zach donated $19.99. Hell yeah. Finally, they're kicking in. I guess every once in a while it just updates fully. I need to set it where it's constantly updating. Got to be something I can set on that fixes that. But I'll work on it, folks. It's the first show of the new setup. We'll get there. And hell yeah, Philip donated. I see it. It's popping up. Fat Dusty. Hell yeah. What happened to the stomach staple? I know, right? Must have popped his staples. And then Crispy's out there talking about, get the fuck off, how he regrets not confronting Trump more when Trump was in the White House. Motherfucker, you literally tried to help Trump become president again. Drilled him with debate questions. Why are you pretending now like you're going to stand up against him?
It was a mistake in 2016
no shit.
Not to confront Donald Trump early.
Uh-huh.
Because I knew that so much of what he said was complete baloney.
Well, why didn't you call it out then?
Like I knew it.
Well, then call it out.
I'm going to build the greatest, most wonderful wall across the entire Mexico border.
Then why do you fucking call it out? God damn it, you dirtbag. And here's the shitty part. If Trump gets the nomination again, he'll be right back on fucking Trump's nuts. He'll be drilling him on debate questions again. No lessons learned, no change. They never fucking do.
And Mexico is going to pay for it. Well, like, I knew, as someone who had governed, that was complete bull.
Okay, so you don't have any morals? You don't have any integrity? You don't stand for fucking anything. You just stay quiet even though you knew it wasn't true and you knew he was a fucking liar and you tried to help him become president anyway. Then why should we elect you president? This is not a good speech, man. You're just proving you don't have any integrity.
But I was like, people aren't going to believe that. They're not going to believe that. Mistake. It was a mistake.
No, he didn't believe that. He didn't give a shit. He's a Republican, and that was his guy, and it's going to be his guy again. Going to stand behind it no matter what. And then it was revealed, apparently, when he goes out to dinner with Trump, Trump forces him to eat meatloaf. Emasculates him. It's like, no, I'm ordering for you. You're my bitch, Christie. You got to eat meatloaf. God damn it. Cuck. Everywhere you look is a cuck. And then, of course, immediately, his good friend Donald Trump humiliated him. Nobody trolls like Trump. Soon as Christie got up there in his town hall, talked his bullshit, Trump put this video out, always classy, making fun of Christie's weight. That's one thing I never do. I don't make fun of people's weight. That's not cool, Trump. Anyway, here's Trump's video he put out about Christie.
God
damn it.
And it was about our country and its future. And I wondered what our choice was going to be. Were we going to be small or were we going to be big?
You're going to be big, clearly. At least according to Trump. And you get what you fucking deserve, Christie. But maybe he'll, pull a couple percentage points away from Trump. He's not going to win, but anything, I guess, would be good. Hopefully he'll stick to his guns. And then, runs in the family. Coke Jr. is like, no, Chris Crispy for President logo just dropped. It's Chris Crispy. Krispy Kreme. Donuts. Always going for the fat jokes. No class whatsoever. Psh, can't abide by no fat shaming. I wouldn't do that. I keep looking over here because my camera used to be over there. I got to get used to the new camera place. Where's the camera? Where do I look? And then, folks, I know that you may not believe this, okay? I know it's going to be hard to believe, but as soon as Trump gets back in the office, he is going to create a new health care plan. 100% true. Definitely going to be done. As soon as he gets elected, 2 weeks. I promise you, 2 weeks. You might be asking, hey, why didn't he do it? He was in the White House for 4 years. Why didn't he do it? He ran out of time. He just ran out of time. He was going to do it. If he just had 2 more weeks in office, he would have got it done. But anyway, here's this big promise that we can all definitely believe is going to happen.
When I'm back in the White House, I will establish a special presidential commission of independent minds who are not bought and paid for by Big Pharma, and I will charge them with investigating what is causing the decades-long increase in chronic illnesses. I understand Big Pharma, I believe, better than anybody else. I know where they're coming from. And then I will ask them to publish recommendations for how every American child can have a safe and healthy childhood. When I'm back in the White House...
Why did you do it? Why did you do it? It's just so goddamn full of shit. Why would anybody believe this guy? It's just crazy he's leading, but also not, because they're all fucking completely insane. And then, I don't know if this is true or not, folks. I'm just reporting it. We'll see. I have my doubts, but this has been reported. Breaking. Mark Meadows, he used to be like main chief of staff, Trump's right-hand man during January 6th and during the end of his presidency. He testified to a grand jury, and supposedly he is getting a deal to testify against Trump. Mark Meadows has agreed to plead guilty to several lesser federal crimes in exchange for his testimony under a limited grant of immunity. It is believed Trump will be indicted as soon as tomorrow on obstruction and espionage act charges. Apparently, they have him on recording, admitting that he didn't have the power to declassify the documents that he stole. And they also can't find the documents he was talking about in the recording. And they think that some of it might be given to Saudi Arabia. One of the documents was apparently about an attack from Iran. So he probably just sold it to Saudi Arabia. We don't know. We'll see what's going to happen. Hopefully something interesting, but I am not going to hold my breath. And then once again, folks, prepare your shock face. So you remember the documentary 2,000 Mules put out by convicted felon Dinesh D'Souza? Well, it turns out the people who were featured in the documentary, the ones that had the proof the election were stolen, they're accused of a financial scam. Conservative activists Catherine Engelbrecht and Greg Phillips used the nonprofit True the Vote to enrich themselves, according to a complaint filed to the IRS. On Monday, the nonprofit watchdog group Campaign for Accountability called for an investigation into True the Vote, which has made repeated false claims about voter fraud in elections. The complaint said True the Vote used donations to issue loans to Engelbrecht, its founder, and lucrative contract to Phillips, a longtime director. Shocker! Who could possibly believe the entire thing was bullshit? But if you watch the documentary, you already knew it was bullshit. But I mean, Dinesh D'Souza was literally pardoned by Donald Trump. So obviously, it's in his great interest to do whatever he can to get Trump elected again. Because if Trump's elected, that means he could just commit crimes willy-nilly with impunity. Because he'll just get pardoned by Trump again. So why wouldn't he do that? He would. And he's making millions of dollars doing it too. So win, win, win for conservative grifters. And then George Santos trying desperately to hide who paid his bail. Remember, he was arrested for the multiple frauds he's committed. And somebody posted a $500,000 bond for him. And he's basically going to the court saying, hey, I'd rather go to jail than let you guys know who posted my bond. Obviously, it's going to be very embarrassing to whoever it was. My guess is Mao Gao, the Chinese billionaire, who is also arrested for fraud. But anyway, asking him why. Why don't the American people deserve to know? You are a congressperson. You work for us. Why don't we deserve to know who posted your bond? And here's his response.
But Mr. Santos, doesn't the public deserve to know who paid for your bail? Why won't you tell your constituents who paid $500,000 to keep you out of prison?
And just one more time, sir. You
Say
say
your
toe
is fixed,
Manu. I'm glad you're walking again.
Well, can you tell us about the $500,000?
I'm not commenting on it, Manu.
Why is it so important to protect their identities?
Because it is.
Because it is. That's all you need to know. Because it is. I gotta hide it. Because they won't give me any more money. If people know they're the ones giving me money, obviously, we're all fucking crooks. Crooks doing what crooks do. Conservatism all the time. And then, flamingly gay, Benny Johnson, funded by billionaires, is Try to convince people demons exist. I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but trending on Twitter yesterday, new bigwig in the Air Force came out and claimed that aliens exist and the United States government has downed spacecrafts and bodies. Now, of course, he didn't provide any evidence of this. They never fucking provide any evidence. Fuck my goddamn life, y'all! What? Motherfucking bullshit! God damn it, bullshit! It's time for religious bullshit. Everybody, it's time for motherfucking religious. God damn it, God damn it, God damn it, God damn it. Fuck everything about everything. Shing. Anyway, whatever. Christians freaking out even worse than I am. Here's Peach Hedge Seth. They're so desperate to be the victims, folks. He's the victim and didn't even know he was being victimized at the time. Let's let him explain this bullshit to us.
You see, when I stand in front of audiences, the first thing I say, and I think it connects all of us, most of us, is that I stand in front of you as a survivor. Not just a survivor of my own human nature and sinful nature. It's of course the case. But a survivor of a progressive, godless education that I didn't even know that I received. That most kids in American classrooms today have no idea they're receiving. You see, I grew up in a wonderful Bible-believing Christian home. My parents took me to church every Sunday morning. We went to Awana every Wednesday night. We were Baptist, First Baptist Church. But everything about what happened at church was completely disconnected from what happened at school or every other part of my life.
The way it's supposed to be.
That was intentional. You see, when I stand in front of audiences,
like, oh my God,
the first thing I say,
went to
and I
public
think
school,
it connects
y'all.
all of us, most of us.
They did bad things to me. They taught me science and evolution, the horror, and then Christian preacher Tanner Fiore is mad at him at Meadow, the friendly atheist, and wishing him death. There's no love like a Christian love.
Another hater of God would be somebody who is a full-blown atheist that mocks God, mocks his work.
I do that.
And I'll tell you what, the friendly gaytheist, I hate him with perfect hatred.
Oh, good.
I pray every night, or try to at least, to remember to pray that God would just, take his hand and just squeeze his heart, that he would die a painful, slow, just terrible death.
Cool.
Why? Because he blasphemes the name of God on a consistent basis.
Not like me.
He's a disgusting freak.
He's pretty nice, actually.
He hates God.
I
guess
mean,
what?
he doesn't
I
hate
have
God. God doesn't
hatred
exist.
for those who hate God.
Cool.
And that's the type of mentality we should have. There's obviously a very, a section of people that deserve this type of designation in our heart for hatred, right? The friendly gaytheist, check, right? And listen, you don't know who the friendly gaytheist is? That's fine. Hate somebody else that hates God.
You can hate me.
It doesn't have to be him.
I'll take it.
Just anybody that hates God. That means you're right with God. It's healthy.
It's
to have
healthy.
That kind of hatred.
The more
in
you
your
hate, the better,
heart, because
folks.
you love God.
We need to get some immediate application of this sermon. So you just pick you a hater of God, an enemy of God, and you can sing this song to them this evening. This goes out to the fagly gaytheist or whatever for me, for sure. I can think of a couple haters of God. Surely thou wilt slay the wicked.
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that'll show us. Just sing that to us. It's basically the same thing as torture. So, yeah, that makes sense. Let me go ahead and pop this chat out, move it over here. Let's see if anybody showed up over here or not. 300 people. All right, fine, whatever. We'll do it for 300 people. It's all good. And then our religious bullshit. Move right along. Fuck. The obligatory pedos. VA Catholic priest gets 6 years. Own child sex charges. Former children's ministry director charged with child sexual abuse. He would tell the kids staying with him that there were demons in their room, but there's no demons in his room, so they come sleep in the same bed with him. Yep, nobody protesting. Nothing going on. And should be kind of beyond parody, but Mike Winger says, the cross shows that God is still ready to forgive you and welcome you with open arms. But just saying, he ain't got no choice if he's on the cross but to welcome you with open arms. You got to give the Romans credit for that one, right? Just saying. Bad imagery there, Mike Winger. And yeah, folks, get your super chats in. Still, can get your super chats in. Fuck, these cats lost me so much money. They went and they jumped on my goddamn power switch and they turned it off. They turned my fucking modem off. I guess I have to rearrange everything. Well, I guess that's part of the joys of having 12 cats now running around in here. Shit's gonna happen, but that is very fucking frustrating. What you gonna do? I'm gonna try not to fucking freak out about it. It's the Wednesday show. It's a Wednesday show. It'll be fine. We'll cover all this stuff on Friday that we missed tonight. And then I'll take shit that never happened for 1,000, Alex. Here's Lion Faulkner over on Fox News. Let's see what she's lying about this week.
We know who we are, and we know whose we are. For those of us who believe, we must be bold in our faith right now. When you gather in public spaces, pray thankfully over your food. Even when the server gives you the stink eye or tells the manager that your peaceful grace is triggering them.
Definitely
Had it happen to me. I've been asked to leave a restaurant for openly bowing my head in prayer hands.
Right. Sure you did.
In America. It's all good. They don't deserve my money anyway.
Yeah, it never fucking happened.
We
God
know
damn
who
it.
we are. And we know who's...
Doesn't the Bible say something about lying? Just good God. But I know you guys don't care. I know you don't actually believe it. You're just shameless fucking grifters. And every time, so you guys remember, last episode I played Sexy McZip Forehead for you guys. And he was at a gay cruising spot. And he was pretending like he didn't know it was a gay cruising spot. Remember? The guy wanted some dick sucking, and he was like, oh my God, I was just sitting here minding my own business. I had no idea this was a gay cruising spot.
This is going to be hard to believe. That's why I'm going to pull out the credentials.
Not hard to believe at
I was
all.
about to film a TikTok, and a legit demon pulled up on me. And here's the video.
You, bro, you asked me if I want to suck you off? You know who you need is Jesus Christ, bro, and you need to repent. No, I'm serious, man. You don't just pull up on someone and say, do you want to suck me off? You need Jesus Christ, and if you don't repent, you'll go to hell.
So you might be thinking, hey, I bet he knew that was a gay cruising spot. I bet that wasn't a coincidence at all. And if you were thinking that, you would be right. Here's proof.
When I was 18 years old, I had a Snapchat that I Snapchatted younger girls on because I got off to flirting with younger girls in a sexual way. Shortly after that, I began watching and going on a grinder to hook up with transgenders because I got off to these things. I hired prostitutes that were transgenders. I had sex with many women. I used to watch murder porn, and when I was having sex with my wife, who I falsely married ourselves to justify sex, because I had watched pornography of strangulation and murder, I used to, in my mind, close my eyes and think about killing her while I was having sex with her and get off to these things. I tell you these things because time is running out, and I don't care if I'm perceived as a pedophile, homosexual, murderer. If it helps you understand that anyone can come to God and come home and be forgiven and turn from this lifestyle, then come home and use me as a foolish example to come back to Christ.
Yep. Translation, I'm still a pedophile, I'm still gay, I'm still all those things, but now I'm just pretending that I asked my imaginary friend for forgiveness, so it's like it never happened. You can do literally anything, you don't have anything, you don't have to make amends, you don't have to better yourself. Just say I'm sorry to the Sky Daddy, and it's like it doesn't exist anymore. And then, folks, be prepared to be super happy. The few of you that are here, let's see how many's on the stream right now. 376, the 376 of you. Prepare yourself. Blobfish! Blobfish is back. And hey, let's all say it together. Wow. Wow. Wow, folks. And they're a little bit sensitive, because they've been promising people for years now that Trump is really the president, that he's going to be back any second now, and it ain't happened. They promised he was going to win. Didn't happen. But folks, they didn't lie. They didn't get it wrong, and they're not hedging their bets either. There's a logical explanation for all this. Let's let Johnny In-Law explain it to Blobfish.
I've heard people say, you guys, you Johnny and Steve and some of you prophetic voices, you just thought something was going to happen. And now that it didn't happen, you're saying, well, it's really true, but just happens behind the scenes so you can't see it. They go real smooth, right? So I don't know if anything else can be said except we get it. We know who's accusing. I don't know if we know who, but we know we're being accused of rewriting, but it's never been rewritten. We've adjusted when we realize it wasn't right now.
Yeah.
Right. But
what kind of prophets are you when you have to adjust your prophecies? Bullshit.
When the Lord speaks, and I put it in a book, that he would win the next election, it did happen. It's just, and the proof has been rolled out probably in at least 4 formats publicly in some way or another. Whether it's stuff Mike Lindell's revealed, whether it's something that Greg, I forget his name,
Phillips, I think, Greg Phillips or something.
What he's revealed, what the eye test tells you, what's been caught over and over. It's like it's out there and it's recycling in the news, in the alternative news over and over. The election was fraudulent. It was stolen. It was fraudulent. It was stolen. So I say so we say we were wrong because they short term got away with a steal. I say no, that's not it. It's like people denied Jesus rose from the dead.
They're not wrong, folks. God is just feckless and let it get stolen from him. And I don't know what you're talking about. The audio seems fine to me. It's I'm looking at the bars. It's exactly the same as the video. So might just be your thing, I hope. Sibilance testing 1 2 3. How do I sound? Your volume's low? I don't understand. It should be low. I mean, I'm looking at the fucking thing. It's exactly the same as the other thing. Okay, how's that? Now, see, here's the thing. I'll change it to higher, and then 5 seconds now, somebody's going to bitch that it's too loud now. So, I don't mean to gripe at you guys, but it's frustrating. I'm looking at the fucking bars, and the bars say it's exactly the same as the video I'm playing. It says that I'm in the red now. So, whatever. Anyway, move right along. Oh, maybe that was the last of religious bullshit. Ended on a high note with the blobfish. Hell yeah. And, all right, I'm going to skip the trash world. We're going to do the trash world on Friday since this show's all fucked anyway. Thanks to the goddamn cats. The cats fucked everything, so we're going to skip that. Going to have a big Friday show. Going to have like a 3-hour Friday show. So prepare for that. Are you joking? Am I too loud now? I'm going to freak the fuck out. Do not do that to me. All right, perfect video and audio, Dusty. Okay, good. I will, don't make me cry because I will cry. And all right, we're going to finish up the show with the Beyond Parody, followed by a What the Fuck, and then the Slow News Week. So get your super chats in. I'm still going to read all the super chats. I got them. I got them all. The ones that were on the last show, we're going to read them all. So get yours in. You're not going to be left behind. But now let's do a little Beyond Parody. Beyond Parody! Shing! Hell yeah, and first off, on tonight's Beyond Parody. They're such lying sacks of shit, folks. Good God. So here's Lauren Boebert. On June 6, 1944, Allied forces courageously stormed the beaches of Normandy in the face of heavy German gunfire. This courageous act of bravery ultimately changed the trajectory of World War II. We owe a debt of gratitude to the brave soldiers who sacrificed their lives on that fateful day. Let us never forget their courage and selfishness. Yes, Congressman Lauren Boebert showing what a patriot she is by putting a flag on a warrior that died on D-Day. Only turns out she at the gravesite of somebody who died in World War I. You lying, bitch. According to the Oregon National Cemetery, Lauren Boebert used a photo of herself visiting a World War I veteran grave in her D-Day tweet. So, good God, you couldn't find somebody from World War II to visit? Just lies. And, all right, that was it. That was the whole Beyond Parody. And let's go ahead and roll right into the What the Fuck section. Why not? fuck? Yeah, totally. And starting us off on a super what the fuck. Apparently, Blair White back in the day. Man, Blair White looks so different. This is Blair White back in the day 10 years ago. Just amazing that Blair White transformed from this into the current version of herself, and yet she is still the gatekeeper trying to make sure trans people can't get gender-affirming care. She's the pick-me, signal boosting for all the right-wing shitheads to make sure they take trans care away from not just children, but also adults. Imagine being this big of a fucking piece of shit to come this far and then pull up the ladder behind you. Anyway, apparently back in 2011, ooh, that was 12, 13 years ago, somebody posted a screenshot. I guess they had a conversation with her on, what is this, Omegle? Tumblr, where she's dirty talking about wanting to be raped by Anne Frank or something. I don't know. It says, connected to partner. Your partner is from Uruguay. About me, 20-year-old guy, partner, you look like Ricky Martin. Not really. I look more like Anne Frank, says Blair White. What the fuck? Anne Frank is hot, says the guy. That's right, you dirty Nazi. I do her, says the guy. Rape me and call me Annie. Bitch, I sure would. Let's do some shit, come on. So apparently she having some rape fantasies about being Anne Frank and getting raped by Nazis. Super cool there. Super cool, Blair. And speaking of White, since we're on the topic, her content is just getting lazier and fucking lazier, folks. Good God, she is just phoning it in now.
There's this new trend on Twitter where women, biological females, are posting what they look like with their he, him pronouns in their bio.
Okay.
This is a big trend.
Cool.
And it's just amazing to look at these women. I'm going to show you some of these tweets.
It's amazing to look at you.
Lane says, how I look with he, him pronouns in my bio. Oh, wow. So you're a female in a bikini who has not transitioned.
Okay.
And I don't know, the most mask thing about you is you have a mullet. You have a full face of makeup. Your tits out.
137,000 views for this kind of bullshit. Just phoning it in, half-hearted, just talking about fucking nothing. Insane how popular right-wing content is, folks. And then on what the fuck? Talking about a lawsuit wait to happen. Apparently this is a property manager in his office having an argument with a tenant and decided to make this a horrible life decision.
I just want to say for the record, I'm not saying UIP did, but if you took the signs down about us forming a tenant association, that's illegal. I sent you an email with the notice as well as the regulation. So I'm not saying you did, but they are going back up, and we will be forming a tenant association. And so that way, no, I just want to document it.
You already emailed us, so you can just leave the office.
I just want to document
you already know.
And just so you know, this is Dexter Clements, and he is the most unpleasant officer.
Oh, said his name, and he was like, I'm going to prove how unpleasant I am. Yeah, so you just lost your job and got the whole apartment complex sued. Bad life decisions. Good luck on your next job. And all right, folks, so that is my what the fuck section. And going to read all the super chats at the end of the show, which is going to be in a second. I'm going to go ahead and end it and save the rest of the shit since no one's watching, since the fucking cats fucked everything up. What you got to do? This is a test show. It's just a test show. What you got to do? I'm going to try not to cry about it too much. And but be sure to join my Patreon, all the things. Please help out the show if you haven't. Patreon.com/podcast, link in the description of this video. Become a patron. I would very much appreciate it. Get exclusive content to all the cool shit. But let's move along. Do some slow news week. I didn't put I forgot to move over the intro for slow news. That's fine. Yeehaw! I did it. That's cool. That's good enough. It's a test. It's a test. And first off, hey, thanks to K. Drew, who got tired of AI drawing me all fat. So K. Drew decided to draw me at my natural weight with my six-pack like I have in real life. So thank you, K. Drew. Appreciate it. I'm looking like a cool professional wrestler there. Nice. And then, folks, man, I relate to this so much. How do people stay in the house all day? All my stuff is there, and I don't like people. Pretty fucking simple. Totally me. Why the fuck would I leave here? And it's still kind of early. Let's see what I want to do. I don't want to do the whole trash world section right now. I'm going to save that for Friday. I'll tell you what, we'll do one more. I had this after party stuff, so I'll cover it. This article that pissed me off, I want to read you guys. About cops who have get out of jail free cards they pass out to their friends, their buddies, and they expect other cops to honor them. One cop decided not to do so and got demoted. This is such bullshit. Of course, the God men have their own ways to get their buddies out of trouble and shit. This should be 100% against the law in every way. The driver was going double the speed limit on a city boulevard notorious for car accidents when New York police officer Matthew Benacci pulled him over one day last year. He didn't have a valid license, according to Biaggi, but he had something else, a courtesy card issued by the New York City Police Department's largest union, the Police Benevolent Association, PBA. Dubbed get out of jail free cards by critics, they are distributed by police officers to family members, friends, and anyone else to be flashed in low-level encounters with law enforcement. Often presenting the wallet-sized laminated card is enough to get the cardholder let off with a warning. Not this time. Bianchi decided to write a ticket. Even though he had a card, I don't believe it should replace a license, he said. If you can't drive, you shouldn't be driving at all. A courtesy card shouldn't outweigh things like that. In a federal lawsuit filed May 27th in Manhattan, Bianchi claims his stance against the cards and his decision to ticket someone who carried them led to escalating retaliation that ended with a demotion. The complaint, which named the city and a police captain as defendants, described an unofficial but strictly maintained system in which those who possess courtesy cards can break the law with impunity. Like, good God, fuck everything about this. I guarantee you the vast majority of people that have these cards are white, too. No doubt about it. As a result, those without connections are disproportionately penalized while those with them get away with dangerous or even reckless driving, Bianchi said. Blasting the unwritten policy as corrupt, an NYPD spokesperson said the agency will review the lawsuit if and when we are served. A PBA spokesperson did not comment directly on the cards, but said in a statement that the union does not set policies regarding the way that police officers perform their duties. The law and NYPD policies afford police officers discretion in taking enforcement actions. That's right, it's perfectly fine to let our buddies off. They can do anything. The law is only for certain people. The rest of us get fucked while the God men do whatever they want to. Each police officer determines how to exercise that discretion based on the specifics of each case. Well, fuck that. Viewed by many officers as a perk of the job, the courtesy cards have long been the subject of media scrutiny. The news article referenced their existence as early as 1936. Always been going on, folks. Vice reported in 2020, other articles have reported a trend of the cards cropping up for sale online. Before he became a police officer, Bianchi said, I knew they existed but didn't know to what kind of extent. He joined the NYPD in 2015 and was assigned to the traffic unit 2 years later. In some ways, it was a natural fit. I lost somebody in a car accident at a young age, Bianchi said. Growing up, I would see people driving badly and think, I wish I could do something about that. According to his complaint, he received stellar evaluation early on, but in November 2018, he issued a ticket despite the courtesy card showed by the driver. Afterwards, he said a PBA official told him that if he ticketed cardholders, the union would not protect him and he would be removed from the traffic unit. Good God, so corrupt. You cannot reform this system. You defund these motherfuckers. Beyonce patrolled on Staten Island, where he estimated as many as half the drivers he stopped carried the cards. Officers can buy 30 of them a year at $1 each, he said. He added that they are handed out not only to friends and family, but also in recognition of benefits such as meal discounts. Something he sees as a violation of impartiality to expect police. Yeah, hey, you give me a free meal? Here you go. Break the law with impunity. Sure, why not? As a cop doing the enforcement, I'm expected to honor the card, Bianchi said. But as a cop giving them out to somebody, there's no limitation to what I can do with them. So it's a problem. He said he frequently raised his concerns, filing complaints with the New York City Department of Investigation and the NYPD Internal Affairs. He also said he talked to supervisors, including his commanding officer, who he alleged responded by asking, is it better to be right or to be on patrol? Oh, God. So fucking depressing. I hope he wins the lawsuit. But the thing is, if he wins it, taxpayer money. Not a single police will be out of pocket on this. The police association is not going to be out of pocket on this. They're not going to stop the behavior. It's going to be the taxpayers who fund the bill. So I guess you get what you deserve, taxpayers. Let them keep doing it forever. Why the fuck not? Let them break the law with impunity. Let them waste billions of dollars on lawsuits. Super cool. Let's never do anything about this corrupt system ever fucking ever. Garbage. It's all fucking garbage. And all right, let's read some super chats. Last chance to get your super chat in if you want to, if you're able. That'd be a cool thing to do. I gotta go over and find them now. Let me go to the studio, and then I'm gonna go to where is it? Earn? Is that where it's at? Super chats. There we go. Super chats. And see y'all. Boom. I did it. All right. Here we go. Lizzie Bennett, $5. Keep it up, Dusty. I can attest to the get out of jail free card here in New York City since I used it myself. I'm ashamed that I contributed to this. You're part of the problem. But take that money you saved and donate to me. Very good. MJ, I will prevail and overcome these difficulties. This too shall pass, allegedly. Yeah, I'm going to do a better job of securing my plugins to make sure they can't do that next time. That definitely sucks, though, after I worked all fucking hard all day getting the show together, doing this new format, and that happens. It's really frustrating, but what are you going to do? I mean, life is all about getting back up on the horse, picking yourself back up, not letting it get you down. What are you going to do? Just lay down and die? Fuck that! Fuck you, world! Here's a Wednesday show tip for you. Hell yeah, thank you, Christopher Warnick. Very generous. All right, me fine. $10. 10 bones for missing Fridays for camping. All right. No forgiveness, but a little bit. Mindful Green, have you found a new way to torrent stuff? I have 3 different torrent sites that I use now to even try to imitate the power of raw BGTO. I can still get what I want, but it's not as good. I can make sure my kids stay away from those sites and don't have that stuff downloaded. I don't know anything about that, but yeah, there are some sites. Let's see which ones I'm using now. I will tell you, since you asked. Let's go to my bookmarks. Bookmarks, scroll down. One of them is called Torrent Leech. This is what I use, Torrent Leech. And then also I am using, scroll down, Torrent Galaxy, and we're using 1377x.to. It's LeetX. That's another one. And of course, the tried and true Pirate Bay. It's the main one I use. PirateBay0.org. So those are 3 you can try. But like I said, none of them are anywhere close to what we had. Like a death in the family. It's sad as fuck, y'all. And, all right. $5 being late. All right. Forgiven. Alright, McFadden. CV. Love the show. Does to keep up. Would do. Appreciate you, CV. Disequal $2 for my tardiness. Forgiven. Great show as always. The new format looks good. I appreciate it, Andrew Corbin. Hopefully, no ads. Kidoko. Harness the anger on the chuds. I'm trying. Doing my best. Foolish indeed. He thought posting this would make him look good. Fucking moron, Beast Nation. 199. Jesus said to pray in secret, to follow your books. They don't read that shit. Zachariah Schmidt, today is just one of those days. All good, man. Give the kitties a firm squeeze. Will do. I'm on it. Brian C., mount your gear on a board on the wall. Yeah, well, I didn't know they were going to do that. Obviously, I would have fucking prepared better. It was just a fluke thing. What you going to do? Shit happens, but I will try to do better next time. That's all you can do. Dave K.O. sent a 55 New Zealand props only worth $1 USD. I don't know, but it all adds up, and I definitely appreciate it. You rock, Dave. E.O. Manscode. What up, E.O. Manscode? Love the new setup. Hey, I love you, E.O. Manscode. Appreciate your hero. FRB, don't blame the cats. Only give them love. I won't blame them. It's my fault. Ultimately, I'll take the blame. $25 from Fred Ricks. Very generous, Fred. Oh, my dang cats. I know what you're going to do, right? Fucking cats. Mumbalina, $10. Says nothing. That's cool. I'll take your money. Appreciate your mom. Jason Slago. Hey, man, when your live stuff happens, here's a little more to help out. Yeah, it does. What you gonna do? Roll through it. What up, Drago Fat? What up to you? Appreciate you. $20 from Furby. Why don't more people Patreon Dusty? If you don't Patreon Dusty, then do so now. I agree. Man, it's so frustrating to see how much money, how well the right-wingers are doing, and there's almost nobody doing this. Like, there's literally nobody doing a show like I'm doing. And, like, I know this is going to sound conceited as fuck. I don't care. I'm just being honest. It seems like more people would be doing a show like this, and I think I know the reason that they're not doing it. It's because they can't. They don't have the talent. They don't have the ability, the technical competence, the personality. They just simply can't fucking do it, or they would be doing it. So that's what I think. Love how far your shows progress visually. Hell yeah, we coming a long way. Thank you, Caitlin, for supporting us. That one stuff, no flooding cats, bad light decisions. I know, but I'm going to be picking them up and hold them in the future. Maybe I'll get a cat cam. I'll figure it out. We're working it out. Have you found another way to torrent stuff? Already read that. Said Mindfully Green. I showed you. Another $5 from Mindfully. Appreciate you, Mindfully. Kim Chi, love you, Dusty. From a very DSP. Not anymore. You're a hero, Kim Chi. Can't be a dirty, sexy poor when you give me money. Isaiah Taylor, $2. Pitts is now spreading more bull. We'll cover that on the next show. Thank you. JJ Reaper, $5. Here's a cup of coffee. Tomorrow, I'm going to drink all that coffee. It's going to be good as shit, JJ. Samuel Levitro, stay golden, pony boy. I will do it for Johnny. Jason Slagle, $9.99. Chris Crispy just made, he missed the morning donut. Yeah, he mad. I misread it, but he is mad. You're right. He's running for the first time in his life. Catalina Gearbox, what up, Catalina? Crispy Cream, yep. Perfect nickname. J-Bob, please call him Chris Crispy from now on. Will do. Done. Philip Smith, thanks for the great show, Dusty. Hey, thank you, Philip. Zach, 1999 support. You rock, Zach. You're one of the good ones. Dave Kyle, $55 New Zealand. Not on lives as much as I'd like, but always part of the replay crew. Stay passionate, Dusty, and those who don't like it can fuck the shit up. Yep. Appreciate you, hero. Good to see you, Dave. Isaiah Taylor. Brett Fart. Yep. I call him Favre, Ray, but Brett Fart works. Beast Nation. Ben Shapiro's a darkfish. He totally is. Can't give his wife the wet-ass P word. Maximus. Hump day, fun day. Hell yeah. It didn't go quite according to plan, but hey, Friday's another day. Be here before you know it. Test show. Dusty, love the new layout. Have you ever had any paranormal alien encounters experience? Keep up the good work. Close thing I had was seeing Starlink, like I told you on the previous show, but no, never seen anything I could not logically explain. Period. Kimber Lover, hey Dusty, busy right now. I don't have a chance right now to watch. I'll catch the replay. All right, catch both replays since I had to make the after party public. For the kiddies, hell yeah, very generous. Thank you, Swagger and Cat. You rock. A big black Corvette, $10. Welcome to the greatest show. Everybody, take my money for the puppies and the kiddies. Will do. Thank you, big black Corvette. Bathtub Static, hitting the like button like a fucko. What up? Appreciate you, Bathtub. Omega. No, that was from last week. All right, let's see if anything else popped up real quick. Your vitamin's fine, but I gave $20 in the previous stream, and it was the most important message ever. I read it. I did it. I covered it all. I told you I was going to, and I didn't lie. Appreciate you, FRP. Yolanda Dobson, $5. Appreciate you. Can you finish the alien story? Okay. Let me find it. This week, trending on Twitter, A high-level guy in the Air Force went public and said that the United States government has recovered alien spacecrafts and bodies of aliens. And he is a very respected guy in the Air Force. Now, of course, he didn't give any evidence. He says he couldn't give evidence because it was classified. But he promises it happened. Now, I don't know if it actually happened or not. He could be some kind of psyop. Like I said, he could be like a part of the government trying to make, like Russia, think we have alien technology, so they won't nuke us. Maybe they're worried that if they nuke us, we'll just like disable their nukes and then hit them with our alien technology. I have no idea. Or maybe aliens are real. Maybe they have visited us. Anyway, this is what incredibly annoying, flamingly gay Benny Johnson is talking about in this clip that got cut off when I was... Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Oh, I'm on the wrong thing. Okay, here it is. This is what I got cut off when the cats hit my bullshit. Let me scroll down and find it. Nope. All right, come on, Dusty, find it. Chud watch, scroll down. Here we go, right here. Benny Johnson, he's so fucking annoying, folks. It's amazing how successful he is, considering he has no talent whatsoever.
Now, I believe that a lot of the UFO stuff is PSYOP, and they're trying to distract us. I don't know from what exactly. It's hard to really pinpoint. There are so many bad things happening simultaneously. But it's definitely a PSYOP. That's what I believe. Maybe UFOs are real, because I believe demons are real. I know for a fact that demons are real.
You don't know that.
So maybe those are what the aliens
not.
are. Not sure. What an interesting conversation. We should have some experts on
really.
to talk about it. Tucker Carlson is an expert in one singular thing, asking questions, being a journalist.
Zero.
A journalist is somebody, not like Caitlin Collins, Mr. President. That's not what a journalist does. Mr. President. Nope. Now, I believe that a lot
no
of the UFO
charisma,
stuff
no talent, nothing going for him. Millionaire funded by billionaires. So frustrating how much they make, how well they do if you're a conservative. God damn it. Either man does appreciate Neptune. You're awesome. Keep it a dust. I can attest to get out jail free card. Cool. I read that. And welcome to the Dust Buddies. I name you. I'm sure there are people that gave socialized memberships to the Dust Buddies. I appreciate all you. If I didn't call you out, I apologized. We had a little bit of a rough patch, but hey, we worked it out. It's all good. We did an hour and a half anyway, and I still got plenty of content for the next show. So Friday going to be a super long show. Promise. Gonna get it all going on the new format, so hell yeah. I'll see you guys on Friday. It's only the day after tomorrow, doing 3 shows a week now, so hell yeah, I got plenty of time to hang out with you. Love the shit out of each and every one of you. Be sure to tell your friends, like the videos, do all the things, and now let's play some butt ponies. I promise you I'd do it. Gonna do a little butt ponies to play us out with. Until next time, love you guys. I should have switched this over. I even made a after party one. Watch this. After party, woo! After party, ain't no party like a dusty after party, because the after party don't stop. Whoa! All right, little butt ponies. Get ready to rock, y'all. Come on and eat them up. Come on and eat them up.
Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat just like a butt pony. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat just like a butt pony. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, butt ponies they scream. Once to a boy called him Chilo, working at the bell, serving the burrito. He don't care about none of that stuff. Wait for the weekend to go get in the fucking floor. Friday comes he out on the dance floor, jumping all around like he's a little show. Looking on girly, he can't take home. Never realized he's just a big show. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat just like a butt pony. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat just like a butt pony. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, butt ponies they scared, butt ponies they scared. What kind of pony I have for turkey? So much better be poor boy Favre. Well, never see wasting his life acting like a pony. Every night another cake party. Gonna drink till he can't see, looking for a way to end his misery. Get on down and feeling kind of phony, rockin' to the beat just like a butt pony. Get on down, feeling kind of phony, but ponies taste good. But ponies taste good. But ponies taste good. But ponies taste good. Come on and eat him up. That of a different sort of little. Now that he's a dildo, one to smother him with the pillow. But I know he's just another dildo. But it's getting no good, spends all his time whacking it solo. His dreams far than that of a photo. You got everybody! See you Friday. But ponies taste great, but ponies taste great, but ponies taste great, but ponies taste great. Thank you, Jason Aspey. Thank you, I name you.